Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the stream. How's everybody doing today? I was gonna try to stream yesterday, but I was kind of tired, so I didn't, and that tends to be the way things go a lot. Now, I work tonight, so I'm probably going to be streaming for 5 to 6 hours, probably. I may take a break to get something to eat. It's hard to say. I haven't decided yet. I literally just got up about 40 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, 40 minutes, and I'm like, oh, I kind of want to stream more Voices of the Void, yeah? Yeah! So, last time we played Voices of the Void, we spent most of our time in Halloween mode. Halloween mode is a mode that they have during the Halloween months. Usually it's roughly from like a week before to a week after Halloween. And because I'm starting this series around Halloween, I figured I would try to experience that, even though it's kind of a bit after Halloween, because we're not going to be able to see it until next year. I'm not sure if Season 3 of Voices of the Void is going to be a thing or not, but we'll see. We'll see. It probably will. There's so much new stuff added to the game, and it's only been a year. I know a lot of people have jumped the gun and done 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 different series on the same game. I don't know. I love Voices of the Void. It's so much fun. It's so insane, the crazy nonsense that happens in this game sometimes. And to compare that to the quiet times where we're just kind of hanging out and not doing anything. It has high highs and it has low lows, and that's what I like about the game so much. There's so many different ways you can play it. But, yeah, there will probably almost certainly be a Season 3, but we're, only a few hours into this season, so I don't really want to speculate on that too much. Let's get into the game, shall we? So we're on day 4. We really have not done a whole lot, partially because we spent so much of the last stream trapped by John Halloween, where we had to escape. But we no longer have to worry about John Halloween. We have defeated the horrible monster that is John Halloween, and it's almost as horrible as the state of this building. So, yeah. So, I believe we're trying to grind out 3 level 3 signals. I think that's where we last left off. For, excuse me, give me that. For our daily task. That should be the last part of our daily task, is 3 level 3 signals. If we can pull this off, then we will be getting so much money. Let's see. Talion Dath, how's it going? It's not the weekend yet. Get back to work. Clean up that mess. Get those signals processed. Chop, chop. We're working on it, Tally. We're working on it. Let's see. Juliet Delta India. I believe I have that disc, yeah? Oh. This is when I forget how to do anything. Okay, I think, yeah. No floppy in the disk slot. Do we have it in our inventory? Is that where we put it? Yes, it's right here, the zip drive. So that should have our hash codes on it. So we're really just kind of hanging out and waiting for the signals to process. I'm a bit worried. We do process signals quite slowly. We may be able to go in here and get a processing speed upgrade. That may help. But it's only going to be a slight boost at this point. It's only going to be a little bit. So I guess while we wait, we can do some cleaning. If I could figure out where I put... No, stop that. If I could figure out... Excuse me. Get open. Stop that. If I could figure out where I put my broom. Okay, apparently that was not enough to actually keep the door open. There it is. No. There we go. Alright. So we can use this to sweep the floor and at least get all of the trash in a pile in the corner of the base. That's kind of what my goal is, but I want to clean this room first. This room is by far the worst room, and unfortunately, I can't keep this door open for some reason. What if I put a chair in the doorway? Will you keep the door open? Ah, that seems to have worked. I don't have enough space in my inventory to put this, but that's okay. I don't know if I like the way these trash piles are nowadays. So I'd imagine that they're this way to sort of help improve performance, but the way they seem to work now is that they're in like these like pre-built trash pile objects, and if anything falls into this trash pile, you cannot touch it until you disperse the trash pile, which is extremely obnoxious. Get out of here. So again, that's probably a performance change. They probably did that to help with performance of the game, but I don't like it. Apparently we're just moving this pile of trash to the door. There we go. Eventually we're going to have to get a bucket and some, a thing of soap. No, not a thing of soap. A sponge and start, like, cleaning some of this stuff, like scrubbing down the walls. Right now, though, we're just worried about getting the trash out. Actually, I should have an item box somewhere. I don't know why I don't just put a lot of this plastic trash into the item box. Oh, right, because I can't just sell the item box like I used to be able to. Okay. Well, we could still use the item box in that fashion. It just becomes a little bit more annoying to utilize. There we go. Hold on to that for me, John. I like it. Okay. What's the heaviest thing that we have? We have 2 MREs. Let's drop those. And the crowbar. I don't want to drop the crowbar, but we can probably drop this toilet paper roll. We probably don't need it. We will keep it right here next to the chair in case something happens that makes me crap my pants. But hopefully nothing spooky happens. This isn't a spooky game. Nothing scary happens in this game. And then let's just start grabbing some of this trash. Now, I know trash can be turned into scrap. I don't really know what there is to make at this point. I assume there's going to be crafting recipes somewhere. Until I find a few, I'm not really going to worry about hoarding a bunch of scrap. Because I did that last time. If anybody who's watched the last season, I had just a mountain of scrap over here in the corner from all of the random stuff that I processed into scrap. And I never crafted anything out of it, which was admittedly my fault. So, to tutorialize, for folks who may not have seen it last time, We could look at this notepad. It would probably explain a lot of this to us. Let's not climb on the bench. Let's jump like onto it like a normal person. There we go. So if we drop a bunch of stuff onto the crafting table here, we can craft scrap, which we can then utilize for crafting recipes. Hold on. I still have... Hey, remember when I said I wasn't going to do that? Yeah, apparently I lied. So we should be able to craft scrap. Yeah, okay. So this is a completely new window for me. So it shows all of the ingredients that we have sitting on the table and what we can craft it into. So we can craft some drives with the metal scrap. I mean, we might as well just move some of this scrap over. And I believe you can craft drives with metal and electric scrap. I mean, we could probably just read this and it'll tell me. Have too much garbage at your house? Want to compress it so it won't take too much space? Recycle your trash in a more compact forms. The following pages will teach you how to compress trash into something more usable. And it's very easy. To learn more, check the next page and let's recycle together. Yeah, so wooden trash is 2 wooden gibs. Plastic scrap is 6 plastic trash. 8 paper trash becomes paper scrap. You could also turn books into paper scrap. Metal scrap is for metal trash. More coming soon. So the only thing we were really going to be looking for is electronic and metal scrap. I don't really think we need, at least the last time that I played the game, keep in mind, folks, there's been a year of updates since the last time I played the game. The last time I played the game, the only thing that was really useful was the electronic and the metal scrap. Nothing else really had a use. So that's probably what we're going to focus on. The rest of this stuff can just be trashed. We will need, I assume that we will still need paper for Molotovs. Oh no, where's my wrench? Oh no. Oh, my wrench is somewhere in the pile of trash. Crap. Okay, well, we're gonna have to find the wrench at some point. It's somewhere in this area. I'm sure we will get right to that. Okay, how's the signal looking? Okay, it's level 3 of 3. How much time do we have? 2 hours? I don't think we're going to be able to do this. Especially if I can't remember the controls. Game, please. Alright, we need to start this now. Please be fast. That's not going to be fast enough. Let's call the drone. We can at least do the zip drive. We can at least get credit for that, even if we don't get credit for the signals. Okay. Item box. We don't need that just yet. I guess we could take scrap like that. It's also important to keep in mind, there's gonna be a lot of trash on the map. We still have all of the transformers yet to to go as well. So we're going to be cleaning for a while. There's going to be lots of opportunities to get scrap. Not necessarily involving the base. Okay, you can have my zip drive. Where is it? It is? You can also have... You can have my right... No, I want to keep my right by account. We'll give you a bunch of crumpled paper as well. Why not? Maybe it'll sell for a few shekels. Glass trash, paper, plastic, paper. Okay. You go, Mr. Wizard. Goodbye. Come on, let me up. Let me up. Okay, my wrench is still there. That's good. No, stop it. Stop. No, okay. Okay, crisis averted. Alright, let's just set the scrap down like a sensible person does. Yeah? Yeah. Look, we don't have to just, like, sit on something and poop trash out. What does that say? I can't read that text. Okay, well... That text is now gone, whatever it is. What do you mean 2 out of 3 satellites? Oh good, I'm starting to hallucinate. Hold on. I was sure that I had all of them. Was it the green one? No? Well, I'm not going... Hi, John. I'm not going out to... What was it, Delta? Because I don't have the time to do that. I only have 30 minutes to get out there, and it's not going to happen. Alright, let's... This playthrough is starting horribly. It's like I'm trying to learn the game all over again. Or maybe it's working phenomenally. I don't know. Let's listen to this spooky signal, shall we? That's not actually that spooky. I was ready to be spooked. Alright, well let's nibble on some vittles then, I guess. No, I want to use it. Nope. Hello, mushroom. There we go. This is fine. I know how to play this game. I definitely know how to play this game. I've been playing this game for years. There we go. Alright. Let's drop some more of this scrap and then call it a night. Plastic trash, empty bag. Do we have any more No, it's all plastic scrap or something else. There we go. Alright, let's shove the rest of this trash into our item box. All these empty bottles, all this plastic scrap. We're probably going to need it at some point, but not right now. Okay, well, we got a few points. And, of course, we failed 2 parts of our daily task. 4 level 3 signals. Okay. In theory, we should be able to do that. In theory. We have the signals. We just don't have them leveled up. Alright. Drop the lid. Keep the zip drive. And we have data tape A and B. Okay. Again, as we've been doing, we're just going to switch out these data tapes right now, because there's no reason not to. Turn this guy off. Grab this guy and this guy. Put you up. And you up. Yeah, alright. Is it the small one first? Yeah. Small one, big one, lid. And then this goes in there. Goodbye. Alright, let's go up and get some sleep, shall we? Actually, we should get another signal started. Cannot save in midair. That's okay. We don't need to save. So let's take a look at our upgrades here. I think we need... wasn't there an auto processor? Did they get rid of the auto processor? They may have. I thought there was auto processor and weather protection that I don't see here anymore. Okay, well, it is what it is. That means essentially that we are going to have to keep coming back to base and pushing a button every, you know, however long it takes us to process a signal. It's possible auto processor might be something that we can invest in later. Like, it might be like an addition to the base. I don't know. I don't quite know how it's changed, if it has changed. Or if they've just gotten rid of it. No! Ah, the signal disappeared. Ah. Why? So I guess the next question is that something that I can buy? I don't even know what I would... Right there. Physical module. Automatic signal processing. It's 135 points. Okay. Alright, I guess we're gonna try this signal then. Hopefully this one doesn't magically move too. That would be a disaster. I just want to get the signal started. I'm not super interested in getting it completely downloaded just yet. Although, if I can, I will. Until my vision starts getting funky from the sleep demon, I know I have plenty of time. And at the moment, at least, we're not being sleep demoned, so we're good to go. Alright. Let's keep collecting paper trash, I guess. There we go. It's definitely slow going. It's meant to be slow going. But we are slowly getting the base cleaned up. Very slowly. So you'll shove the cardboard, bottle, plastic, all of the paper trash. Let's see. I think that's all we got there, yeah. Okay. Alright, let's try to get this set up real quick. Oh, there it is. Nice. Okay, is it going to be up or down? 400. I'm going to say up, but it's probably going to be down. Oh, no. There we go. It's downloading very slowly. That's okay. Alright, and then this white dwarf drive. Let's take a listen, shall we? Or just hoover it into our inventory. Donk, 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 donk. Spooky clicking noises. Nice, nice. That's 3 level 3 drives. Can we just... Okay, we can actually just jam those guys in there. Alright, let's go get some sleep. I'm a bit perturbed by, like, what you can and can't, like, jam into things anymore. Because some things you can and other things you can't. It may just be a work in progress type of thing. Let's get some sleep. I like how intentional it is to have, like, rustling leaves right outside the base, right where your camera perspective is when you're sleeping. That's a very intentional game design choice. Interestingly enough, we haven't had any dreams yet. No dreams, no nightmares. We haven't really had much of anything happen just yet, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Especially this early on. The game intentionally starts slow in order to give you... I shouldn't say that. It doesn't always start slow. But typically the game starts pretty slowly to give you a chance to get your sea legs, so to speak. So that you're not constantly trying to learn stuff and getting assaulted by evil monsters. Alright, this is still downloading. Man. Okay. So let's leave the zip drive here. We'll grab the green floppy disk. And let's take a look at what our daily task is. X-ray, Victor, and Kilo. X-ray, Victor, Kilo. Okay. So we come out here, we look at our handy-dandy map. X-ray is all the way down here. Victor is all the way over here. And Kilo is pretty close to the base. So I think what we're going to do, I think we're going to start at Victor, and then we're going to go all the way over to X-ray, and then we're going to end at Kilo. I think that's what our game plan is going to be. Unfortunately, our ATV is still down, so we're going to have to hoof it the entire length of the map. I don't necessarily think that's a problem, though. I mean, it is, don't get me wrong, a little obnoxious. But it gives us a chance to check out the area, explore a little bit, and learn some things about the map. But we are going to fix these guys first. Let's see how many of these I screw up. 1, 10, 12, 4, 0, 5, 2? Okay. Oh. 4, 14, 7, let's see, 14, 0, 10, 2, 4. Oh no. No, my math skills! -5, 10, 4, 6, 0, -3. You know, it's early and been many years since high school, but you got this. Yeah. Let's see, 7. Alright, there's 2 more. Alright, 12. The problem is that I'm trying to do it fast. I mean, it's easy to go, 9 plus 3. Let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12. And just, like, count it out on your fingers. But because I'm intentionally trying to go a little bit faster here, I'm basically just trying to do the math in my head in 2 seconds, and then I go with it. Which, you know, it's a thing. It's definitely a thing. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. That time it worked out. So I'm making an excuse. Kind of. A little bit. Alright, which one were we going to first? Victor. SV, target, Victor. We're also going to check... Okay, Transformers, at least for now, are still okay. 75% downloaded, 73%. I think we're going to wait so we can process the signal further. In the meantime, we'll work on sweeping a little bit more. It is kind of nice that you can just kind of sweep these trash piles around. I don't think that's a feature that I really used in the original game. I think I just kind of rolled with them wherever they landed. Let's see. But yeah, I'm super excited for next year. There's so many games or expansions that have come out in the last, like, few months of the year. December, November, October, that I'm looking forward to completing. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun to learn those games. Europa Universalis 5 came out. I have been, like, tentatively... I don't want to sit. I've been, like, tentatively trying to learn that game, although I haven't really been putting a lot of effort into it. Try to centralize the trash for easier cleanup. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And, of course, Crusader Kings had a big DLC come out that added, like, the entirety of Asia to the game. That one's pretty dope. I've already played that one for a few hours now. Warhammer 3 has a big DLC coming out at the end of the year. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Button. And button. Okay, that one's not downloaded yet. Whatever, we're just gonna go. We have our floppy disk. Yeah. Alright, let's go for a walk, shall we? Why do I feel like that's not pointing in the right direction? I targeted Victor. Yeah. Okay, game. I'm gonna trust you on this. It's a beautiful day out. Nice. I guess that does look right. We're just going to go on a jaunty little walk through the countryside. We're going to see what we can find. We can see what we can learn. This is only day, like, 4 or 5 at this point. So there's not really a lot of interesting things going on just yet. I'm sure that'll change. Have I ever mentioned how pretty this game is? Even though it's, like, kind of low res and it runs like crap, it's still really nice. It's a really nice game to look at. It's visually appealing. The lighting effects on it are brilliant. And it's also probably part of the reason why the game runs like trash, is because the lighting engine is so good. Or so nice. I don't know. Just go through a jaunty walk in the woods. I don't have a hook yet. But I know that there's a couple spooky locations around. If they're still in the same location, I'd like to go check out. Let's head over here. Let's go for a short detour. I'm curious to know if the spooky abandoned shack is still here. It is. It's right there. There is also a well up here somewhere. I don't know where that was, but I found that during the Halloween event, and I was like, what the heck? What is that? Settle down, crows. Boy, this place is looking worse for wear, isn't it? How do we get in? It used to be that you jump up on the roof. National Park. And there is a hole you could get in. Yes. Oh, this is very different. What's in here? I can't really tell. Okay. Hi. No, crowbar. I need you. This is mine now. I can't carry both, so I guess we're just carrying the goat head. Oh! Okay, we'll have to come back to that. Is there anything in here? Nothing. There's an old TV. Is it still here? It sure is. And I think there should be a shovel somewhere here too, right? Yes. That looks to be about it. Oh, no, I lied. There's also a burger. Is there anything in... Cheese. Organic trash. Cheese, potatoes, blue brain cheese. So there's actually stuff here. I don't really have the inventory space. So, at least for the moment, I think we're just going to leave that stuff. I do want this goat head, though. I want it. I want it. Come here, goat head. You're coming with me. Uh-oh. Wait. Wait, how do we get out of here? There we go. Alright. You're coming with me, go ahead. La 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 la. Nothing like some casual theft to start our day. I'm sure whatever has this spooky goat head stored there won't mind if we steal it. We're gonna be a rebel with this gameplay. We're gonna get into all the things, and we're gonna cause problems. We're gonna be a menace. A menace to society. They can't stop us. They won't stop us. Alright, stay there, good sir. I'm going to go check this thing to see if it needs some TLC. It really doesn't. Yeah, it really didn't need any TLC, but that's okay. All right, let's head out. We're getting sidetracked here. We're getting distracted. We need to finish our daily tasks. We need to get a new battery so we can actually use the ATV, so we can actually get our daily tasks done in a reasonable manner. And we need to continue working at cleaning the base. Hello? That seems interesting. Or if anybody's been seeing my Outer Wilds playthrough, that looks relevant. Alright, here we are at Victor. One of these days there's going to be a spooky monster in one of these things, and it's just going to jump out at me. SV request. Alright, now we just kind of have to hang out and wait. I think there's going to be some interesting gameplay scenarios that come about from having to wait for the floppy to upload. Because it doesn't seem like something that would mean a lot, but let's play out a hypothetical for you. Say something was chasing me. Not that anything's going to chase me, aliens aren't real. But let's say something was chasing me, like a bear. Bears are real. So let's say there's a bear chasing me, and I need to go to the server to get the hash code. So I go to the server, and I just, like, beforehand, I could display the hash code and then pick it up, like, later. Now I have to wait for the disk to download. It's interesting. It's interesting. It does make life a little bit easier in the sense that you don't have to write down a complicated hash code and then you get punished because you got one letter wrong. That's also accurate. You don't have to worry about that. Hello, Stonehenge. We don't have a way in here just yet. So we'll just have to not worry about it. Hello? Settle down, Goathead. Here. You keep an eye on the front. I will also keep an eye on the front. 4 eyes are better than 2. It sounds like there's something behind me. And I don't think it's an intentional sound. I think it sounds like the physics engine just freaking out. Alright, let's keep going. Do I have Velma mode still on? Okay, I did turn it back on. So for those who missed the last episode, the last stream, I had to turn Velma mode off briefly to deal with John Halloween, because I lost my glasses and I couldn't find them. I think they were destroyed. I don't know for sure. And I wanted to make sure that I remembered to turn them back on, because I want to play with Velma mode. That sounds like a horribly masochistic way to play, and I'm here for it. Okay, so this satellite is on the entire opposite side of the map, so we're going to be booking it. We have to book it. I wish this goat head could fit in my inventory. That would be nice. I'm trying to also look around to see if there's any new things. Cool things that exist. I haven't really seen any yet. I'm sure there are new stuff on the map, or there is new stuff on the map. And I'm sure, hopefully in my wanderings, we'll find it. That's the dream, after all. To find all the spooky things. It's already getting dark again. Man. It feels like days go so fast. Is this X-ray? Are you X-ray? This doesn't feel right. I thought it was the whole way on the far side of the map. Whatever. What's gonna happen? We're gonna screw up our daily checks again? That would never happen. SV request. Alright, let's see how obnoxious this is. I haven't noticed any satellites going down yet. Which is an interesting change because, if I recall correctly, the last time I played the game, they were going down basically constantly. Alright, what's the last one that we go to? Kilo. X-ray Victor Kilo. There we go. Now, Kilo should be pretty close to the base. So it shouldn't be that bad. We'll take our new goat head, and we will go off. Let's not slip and fall to our deaths. That would be disastrous. We may drop the goat head off at the base. That way I don't have to carry it around like this for the rest of my life. I think that was my stomach growling. I'm starting to get a little peckish, a little bit hungry. Wait, is it here? Do I have no understanding of where everything in the base, in the park is? Apparently not. Who would have thought? SV request. And while we're here, we're just going to nibble on our MRE. There we go. Now, we are going to have to get different food. We can't just survive on our MREs. So, we may have to order a pizza or something along those lines, just so that we don't get a lot of food exhaustion. Let's go. And the base is right here. Nice. No, we don't have to worry about closing the garage door. Let's see, where do we want to put this goat head? Haven't really thought about it. We could just, like, put it above the door. Will the game allow us to do that? Yes! Alright, perfect. And then we're going to put this animal skull. We're going to put right here. I changed my mind. I changed my mind. We're not going to put it right there. We'll set it right here on the table for the time being. Yeah, we'll just set it right there. Okay. So let's listen to this asteroid signal. Yeah, that's what asteroids sound like, everybody. That's what they're supposed to sound like. That's the noises they're meant to make. I think part of the reason why I'm struggling with the controls is that they are different from the original, from the previous versions. Okay. X-ray, Victor, Kilo. Data block 1 is Victor. Yes. X-ray. Yes. Kilo. Yes. Okay. So now we plug in the zip drive. Yes. And we put them all in here. I fully expect to accidentally hit delete one of these times. And then we'll eject that bad boy. Okay. Let's call the drone. And we'll get these signals ready to go. Which basically just means getting the lid on this guy. I'm actually kind of excited to get my first daily task done. It's been a little bit of a struggle. I need, like, floodlights out here. I don't know why there's no, like, floodlight above the garage door, but there needs to be. Zero power. Zero battery. I know I'm going to have to probably replace the battery a million times in this, because I'm always going to forget to turn off the headlights. Alright, while you're here... let's grab some of these garbage bags that I missed. Grab that. I can shove this old monitor in here. go. Did I get all the chairs out of here? Yes, except for the one I wanted to keep. Okay. Let's see. I want to keep this furniture. I like this furniture. No, I said I like this furniture. I get to keep it. Okay. Hello, mannequins. Fancy seeing you guys here. We can grab this chair. We can take this chair out. I'm just trying to get rid of the clutter. I get why all the extra clutter is here. It's supposed to... Okay, that was just the controller. I thought I heard, like, pounding. Like, I know the clutter is here to be like, hey, by the way, this space was lived in before. Like, by multiple people. I understand that implication. But it also makes it kind of hard to customize your area if you're constantly having to push clutter out of the way. So we're just going to sell a whole bunch of these old PCs. Get the clutter out of the way. There we go. I wonder if we could put the mouse and keyboard in our inventory. Okay, we can. That's good. If we have to constantly run back and forth for these things, it's going to be a disaster. Not enough space. Like, I'm not going to do everything every time, like, in one go, because that would be extremely dull to watch. Just me constantly running back and forth, getting rid of that stuff. But if I get rid of a little bit every time, then we're going to be in a better place. Alright, let's start working on a new signal. Let's see what upgrades we can get. Download speed, processing speed, ping speed. Detector sensitivity, ping cooldown. Breaker components time. I wonder what that is. I wonder if that's just like the overall your things break less. In that case, we want a couple points into that. Ooh. I need to figure out why the text is going off the screen like that. I bet... Let's see. Now, the last time I pushed this button, it ruined everything. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. I like how I've learned nothing, but I need to figure out why that problem is happening. There's something messed up with my settings that is causing problems. Alright, so we got our daily task done. Yep. And we got 97 points for the stuff that we sold. And they can hear stuff. But most importantly, we got our daily task done. So we have 384 points. So, you know, let's treat ourselves. Let's buy the physical module. Yeah. Because I think that's going to be super important for long-term success. What else do we want to buy? I wanted a second clock, didn't I? I already forget. A digital map? That's pretty important. Hold on a second. Okay. A Broomba? I wonder if there's even a point to getting a Broomba when your base is so disgustingly messy. Battery! Battery! Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. I need a car battery. And, you know, let's treat ourselves. Let's get a pizza. Oh, we can't afford a pizza. Oh, that's a bummer. It made pizza so expensive. Alright, we'll go with that for now. And then we'll just use the remaining points to do some upgrades. We'll get... let's get ping cooldown. Because I think there's going to be a lot of frustration with constantly missing signals from the new, like, signal system, this thing. And then I don't think we have a signal. We do have a signal going. No, we don't have a signal going. Okay. I've lost the plot. Okay, let's head this way. There we go. Now, by the time we come back, that signal is no longer going to be there, but whatever. Give me these. Ooh. All right, we have ATV again. Hooray! It's beautiful. All right, so where do we plug this in at? It's a good question. I didn't really consider. Let's set it there for the moment while we get this set up. There we go. Yeah, I don't think any of our satellites have gone down yet, which is nice. But speaking of satellites, let's SD Kalal. Because I'm sure their calibration's starting to get off. Okay, so where do I install this? This panel is bolted. Do I have to unbolt the panel? Can I just, like... No? Maybe it says on the physical model info. No, that just tells me how to. I wonder if I have to take off this panel. This panel is bolted. So is there like a bolt? Like an unbolter? Toolbox. Impact driver. Unscrews nuts and bolts. Okay, so that's what I need. There's so much stuff that I need. Alright, so we need 300 points for a friggin' impact driver. Okay, game. Alright, I'm glad I knew that when I bought it. Whatever, it's fine. Let's get this signal processed. There's that. Frequency is probably going to be higher. Yep, it's right there. Ooh. There we go. Oops. Excellent. Alright. So that's downloading. This is processing. Oh, we can't plug this in yet anywhere. Oh, wait. It doesn't go in here, does it? No. Oh! There's a banana peel there. Alright. Clearly there's something else we have to do with that. Probably pull that off. That would be my guess. Alright, let's go to bed then. Let's get some sleep. We can also put our shovel down. We don't need it. Alright, so we're back to having an ATV, which means hopefully we'll be able to get our daily tasks done faster. And it won't be a problem. I don't want to sleep. I can sense something. Oh boy. So, it's at about this point I should mention that I have played the game before. So, I do know a lot of the story events that have been in the game for a while. But I don't exactly remember the sequence of events, and that doesn't necessarily mean that this is a story event. It could be a random encounter. I have a suspicion that I know what it is, though. Hello? Or maybe I don't. Hi. Okay, bye. Hello? Thanks for your input, spam bot. Okay. So that's a good example. That's a good example of how I may know what's coming in some of these, but they may have changed. The original event for that was just banging in the vents. That was different. That was definitely different. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, let's go back to sleep then. That should be it for tonight. Hello, John. These mannequins are gonna be the death of me. But that's why I have them there. Anything spooky out on the balcony? Nope. Not today. Alright, let's get back to sleep. You son of a gun. Never mind, I lied. Let's go get the friggin' noisy friggin' drone. They could have made this thing more obnoxious. Hello. Yes, 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 yes. Alright, let's just switch out this data tape. I'm just imagining my character being woken up from his nap. With his eyes are like squeezed shut, and he's like, okay, yeah, we'll get these. We'll get these. Shoot, he dropped it in the trash pile. Let me just get that. You know, he's barely functioning, and yet, I wish we could just slam those in there. I wish we could. We should be able to. Missed opportunity. 0 out of 10. Worst game ever. You know, he just got to bed. He's exhausted from a hard day's work. But no, we gotta have the noisy drone alarm go off. Get out of here. Alright. Now let's get some sleep. Finally. Hopefully.